got Juan Espino taking on Jeff Hughes. Now, Juan Espino's the Ultimate Fighter Season 28 winner. He's 10-1, and he won the Ultimate Fighter about 2 years ago. He's coming off of a long layoff himself. I think he broke his hands, and he had to have surgery to have them repaired. He's a much, much bigger man than his opponent, Jeff Hughes, but Jeff Hughes trains with current heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic. That's all we ever hear about. This guy's athletic. He's decent everywhere. He's a mobile heavyweight, and he knows how to handle bigger men. He's actually got really solid takedown defense, and that's what Juan looks to do every single time. Is he either clubs you with one of these big giant meat hooks he has for a fist, or he takes you down and pounds you out or submits you when it gets to the mat. Well, after a 2-year layoff, they've got Juan Espino sitting as a big, big favorite. He's a minus 280 in this spot with the comeback on Hughes, a fighter that I'm not really a big fan of, sitting at plus 230, plus 245. I dare say this might be another dog or pass spot, but I don't know if I want to trust Jeff Hughes with my money. How do you feel about this one?
This is a dog or pass spot for me, and I'm tempted to take the dog. To your point, he trains in Independence, Ohio with Stipe, with Cody Garbrandt, with Matt Brown. That's a good gym down there. And again, this is another case, and I worry about one-dimensional grappler. So there's nothing harder and more exhausting than MMA than grappling. And despite the fact that Espino here is the much bigger man, obviously the better grappler, we're talking about the 2011 World Grappling Champion, the 2012 European Grappling Champion. This guy's grappling accomplishments and accolades are just, we could fill a whole shelf full of them. He's one of the best grapplers in the world, but he's also now 39 years old. So he's almost pushing that 40 mark. He hasn't fought in 2 years. I mean, since November 2018, so almost 2 years. So a big layoff for an older guy. And he tends to be, his footwork isn't that good. His stand-up isn't that good. So at the end of the day, let's say that they start wrestling early. There is nothing harder for a guy than to wrestle at 260 pounds against other accomplished MMA guys. And training with Stipe all the time, that Hughes, at least if nothing else, has some decent defensive wrestling. And if he could just avoid getting subbed in round one, I could see a scenario where Espino, with all that ring rest, starts to get tired. And these are heavyweights. It doesn't take a lot. Hughes just lands one big shot on a guy who's almost 40. I might take a little flyer on Jeff Hughes here.
All right. I like it. I like it. And I completely agree with you. This is a spot where you rewind 2 years, and I'm probably all over Espino myself, but can't do it with the layoff, with the surgery, with the broken hands, facing a guy who, I don't know. I feel like the UFC wanted to push Espino. That was the guy that they would love to have with, like you said, all of his history, his accolades. He's already kind of a star in another part of, combat sports. But Jeff Hughes is the guy that's got a contact to the champion. Jeff Hughes is the guy that he's got some years left in him. He might be able to do something here and, fill out some cards from time to time. They probably want him to get this win. I don't know. I do not like Jeff Hughes, and honestly, I've never been sold on him. So if you take that shot, you're getting the right price. Plus 230, plus 240. Roll the dice on some heavyweights. I don't hate it.
And we saw against Josh Appelt in his Dana White Contender Series fight. Again, he knocked him out clean in the first round. These big guys, it doesn't take a lot. You just need to land a clean shot with those 4-ounce gloves.